Hey guys, today we're servicing this Suntour VGT LUXE rear derailleur. Some tools you're going to need are a flathead screwdriver, a 9mm wrench or a nut driver, some pliers, a pick, and a hex set. Alright, with the easy parts done, now it's time to service the spring. And since this is a friction derailleur, there's only one of them, so let's go. Alright, so first just get out your flathead screwdriver and unscrew the little pin. Now the cage is going to spring back, pull it over. Alright, so when the cage is sprung back, instead of actually unscrewing that bolt, you're just going to grab the parallelogram and just literally unscrew it, because it unscrews by itself without you needing to turn the bolt. So just going to unscrew it. As you see, it's coming out of the threads there, and there we go. Now get the pulley and just squeeze it out of the cage. Now for the main body, we just want to grab it and push it out. Here comes the spring. Alright, there we go. This is the derailleur completely taken apart. Now it's time to clean it. For this, I like to use some kind of cleaner or degreaser. Just make sure if you're using harsh cleaners like brake cleaner, stay away from the plastic pulleys. And if your derailleur is rusty, which this one is, make sure to clean it off first before using substances like Evaporust or Metal Rescue. In my case, I'm using this ultrasonic cleaner. I also gave the parts a little bit of a brush off before putting them in. And all I'm using is water and dish soap. Alright, with everything cleaned down, it's now time to assemble. I also gave some of the chrome parts a little bit of a wax with this Quick-Glo. So the two bolts, some small hardware, and this little piece right here on the body. You might think that the parallelogram is steel, but it's actually not. You can just do this by checking with a magnet. As you see, it does not stick to any of this. This is the VGT LUXE, so it's actually entirely aluminum. But if you have a different one like a VGT or just a V, just check with a magnet and see if it's steel or not. Alright, so yeah, if it is steel, make sure to coat it with some wax. And now time to put it together. And another thing you're going to need is grease. Alright, so start off by greasing up the inside of the spring housing. And then get your little end of the spring, try to get it in the little hole right there. Alright, so after that's in and greased up, get your washer and put it on. Alright, so before you put on the cage, you want to put a little bit of grease in between the bushing and the actual pulley. And then just put in the little steel bushing. You also want to put a little bit of grease on the inside of the steel bushing too. Then insert the pulley with the seals into the cage. And then put it on and start screwing it in. Alright, so when you feel that the cage now has tension, you want to pull it all the way around, like this, and get it around that little hole so you can screw in the pin. Alright, now I want to get the chance to do some polishing on this derailleur. I'm just going to do these, the B knuckle and the P knuckle, and all I'm using is a Black & Decker rotary tool with some of this Autosol aluminum polish. Alright, so after some polishing, let's put together the rest of the derailleur. Alright, so same story for the other pulley, just grease up the plastic part and the metal part. And now for the bolt, you want to grease it up just a little bit and put it in. Alright, so after putting on the bell adjuster and the clamp bolt, and then just tighten down this pulley bolt and the other one right here. And after that, you got yourself a fully rebuilt derailleur. So remember guys, if you have an old derailleur, don't replace it, just rebuild it. There's something special about these older Suntour derailleurs, so I'll be sure to do more of these in the future. Remember, don't be afraid to use these older parts. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.